Welcome! In this video, I'm going to introduce you to computer programming. So, if someone wants to start computer programming and have no or little experience, this is for them. For starters, we're going to have a brief introduction on computer programming. Think of it as a procedure of giving the computer a sequence of instructions to do certain things. You, as the person giving the instructions, are called a programmer. These instructions come in different languages, which are called programming languages. Most of the times, in order to create programs, the programmers use special software to do so, such as integrated development environments, or IDEs for short, which have many special parts, including a text editor to help type and edit programs faster. At its most basic, computer programming is a little more than a set of instructions to facilitate specific actions. Based on the requirements or purposes of these instructions, computer programming can be as simple as adding two numbers. It can also be as complex as reading data from temperature sensors to adjust a thermostat, sorting data to complete intricate scheduling or critical reports, or taking players through multi-layered worlds and challenges in games. You may wonder, how could a computer understand instructions which are in human language? Or in other words, how could a machine understand human words and execute those instructions, for example, the instruction print? The answer to this question is simple. Computers only understand instructions directly if those instructions are written in machine code. What's the machine code? Well, machine code, also known as machine language, is the elemental language of computers. It is read by Computer Central Processing Unit, or shortly called CPU. It's strictly composed of digital binary numbers, which look like a very long sequence of zeros and ones. Now, returning to the first question, the source of every human readable program language must be translated to a machine language by a compiler or interpreter, because binary code is the only language that computer hardware can understand. Just as many human-based languages exist, there are an array of computer programming languages that programmers can use to communicate with a computer. Each language, from C language to Python, with C being the father of programming languages and Python being the one most used modernly, has its own distinct features, though many times there are commonalities between programming languages. They also go by levels and generations. Here are the levels. And generations go from first to fifth generation languages. Here are the specifics for first generation. Second generation. Third generation. Fourth generation. And lastly, fifth generation. Lastly, but most importantly, you have to know that computer science or programming in specific is largely connected and dependent to math. And that is because math is a foundational part of computer systems, and it teaches you the usage of algorithms and logic and provides the analytical skills required in computer science. But in the end, it all depends on the job. For example, creating a blog on food does not necessarily require any knowledge of mathematics. But creating successful blog is another thing entirely. It requires focus on the audience preferences, topic, popularity, article ratings, etc. And mathematics is required for all of this. That's it for my video. Thank you for watching till the end.